it's Kay in front.
And Maggie behind.
Okay, and we're going to do our 12 scale fireplace set. So I've got lots of bits that I've done out. So I've got the bits for the mantelpiece, and I've got the walls and the floor, which I shall talk about in a minute. So I'll put those to one side for a minute. And that's the floor, so I'll talk that about one side. So I'm going to do some bits first. So I've got the mantelpiece. We've got the rocking horse. We've got the rocking chair. We have got the little gratey thing that goes into the fireplace. And we've got a pusscat, obviously.
Well, you have to have a pusscat.
Okay, so I'll put the pusscat to one side so we don't lose him. So I'll start putting these together. I tend to find that if you're doing it one go, do one bit, let it dry, and then come back to it in a while. So I'm going to put these together. So these ones are all 1/12 size. So you can either have them as a little cameo on their own, like a little diorama on their own, or you can put them straight into your doll's house.
Yeah, so that's perfect scale, aren't
So
they?
if you've got a 12 doll's house, that's what they're for. So they fit in there.
And do have a look on our YouTube as well, because there'll be a little VT of all the samples that the design team have made.
Yes, there'll be lots of samples on those. So anyway, so I'll stick that on there. So that's for the gratey thing. So I can't remember what I called it, but that's what it is.
You called it fire grate.
Oh, fire. Okay, that's fire grate. Okay, and then the rocking horse comes in 3 pieces. So make sure you've got an eye bit facing down. Then you've got this body bit, so you can stick his body bit to the top bit of there. So just put a bit of glue on there. And then you can use this in your scene if you like, or if you've got a good doll's house, you might want to put it in the nursery for that. So just squidge that down and make sure everything's nice and even. So you can't see any gaps there. And then the other eyepiece is one with the eye on it, goes upright, and put a bit of glue on that.
One of our design team, guest designer Sylvia, she chopped the tail off, didn't she?
I
hope she gave it an anaesthetic first, and then she put like a nice woolly tail on, didn't she?
There you go. Yeah, you can have a fluffy tail on. So yeah, obviously it's yours, so you can do what you like. This is the basics, and then you can do exactly what you want. And what you need to make sure is that it rocks. It stands up straight and rocks. So you just need to move it around, and it just stands up and does that. And it does that. Put it to one side and let that dry. And then we'll come on to the rocking chair. Okay, so you've got your two sides for your rocking chair. So you want to make sure that one fits on top of the other like that. And then you've got your arm pieces, which you'll need in a minute. You've got a back piece, and then you've got your seat. So that piece of the seat is the back, and that fits to the back of the chair like that. Can you see that?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so that makes sense. Do you want me to lift it up in a minute?
No, do you want to zoom in?
No, because you'll never reach across the table. So I can do...
Are you saying I'm fat?
No, I'm just saying the table's big. No, I'm saying the table's wide, not you. Right, can you see that?
Yeah, come towards me a smidge. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you do that. Okay. I'll zoom in if we need to. We'll bring it up to the thing. No, it's a wide table we got here. So, right, and you put that in like that. Okay, and then make sure that's nice and square. And what I tend to do now is put that to one side and let that dry for a few minutes. Okay,
is that our bookbinding glue you're using?
Yes, I am using our bookbinding glue because it's good.
It is good.
That's why
you can use other wood glues.
Yeah, you can do wood glues, Pacific MDF ones. We have got on the web. We might have on the website, or we do it live anyway.
We have got
a quick grab one. So anyway, so we put a bit of glue.
We don't recommend a glue gun, do we?
No, certainly not a glue gun for any of this because it's too thick. It
It
doesn't last either. Whoops.
You know what we forgot to mention at the beginning?
What's
that all
that?
the pieces are tabbed in.
Oh yeah. I'll come across that in a minute because
that's good. You can show people.
I can show you how everything's. I've untabbed everything, but they are tabbed in. And when we get to the walls and floor, I'll show you how to untab. Anyway, that is your little fire grate.
That is so cool.
Okay, and then just leave that to dry. Okay, back to the chair, which has had. Should have had a couple of minutes to set. Okay, I'll probably leave it a bit longer than that, but anyway, just show you. So you want to put this side on like that. Okay.
It's pretty intuitive, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah. There are we get instructions.
So she who hasn't built one yet, who will no doubt think,
What usually happens is, oh, that's fine. Then she come to me and she said, I can't do this. I said, well, you do it like that. Right. So what I would do now is, I'll definitely I would leave that to dry a bit further because it's
Yeah.
not. You need to do it in sections.
You do say that in the instructions. You say
So
give it
yeah,
time
so
to dry.
I'll give that a bit more of that, and I'll give it more time to dry. We'll come back to that later because you want to hide into nothing otherwise. You do need that bit to dry first, and you need it stable. So I'll just take that bit of glue off. Okay, and then do as I say, and just leave that to dry. And I'll come back to that in a bit. Okay, but in the meantime, we're going to put the mantelpiece together. So you've got this piece here, and then you have the base, which is the half thing. Okay, so we're going to put this on. So we're going to push this to the front, so it fits in like that.
Right, so that's pushed right up to the front.
Yeah, push it up right to the front. I don't tend to glue it, which is just as well.
Yeah.
As this is take 2. And then at the back, we have this piece here, which is the back of it, and it goes at the back, and it fits in there. And I'm just going to slot it in for the middle. I will glue this bit in. I'm just going to slot it in and then show you what I've done, because it's easier to do that.
Ah, then you get the reflection at the back.
Right.
Okay.
So so it goes in like that.
Yeah, that's
So
the
you
back
just
view.
yeah. So you make sure that that bit is square there,
Yeah.
and on the other side. And then when you get to the front view, you've got that insert there. So
Yeah, it looks like it's set back.
Yeah, so it's so inverted. So this bit I will glue in. So I'll just show you how to do it. I'll just glue that bit in.
And it's obviously easier to put the long tall bit in first and then slot the short one in behind.
Behind. Yeah, so that's what I do. Okay, just make sure that. Okay, so that goes like that. Then I'm going to put the side bits in, which are these. And they're going to fit. I'm going to put one in and I'll lift it up and show you. Oops. So they fit in like that.
Go towards you a little
Okay, so I've dropped that one down a bit, but you see where it fits in like that?
Right, so does it hang over the edge or does it go
No, it goes
flush?
flush. It goes flush.
It goes flush with the edge, so it sits
Okay.
on top of the long MDF.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it fits on top like
Yeah, perfect.
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, so I'm going to glue those 2 in. So I'll do glue those in. Make sure that's nice and straight. So keep that at perpendicular and then straight. So the easiest way of doing that is just put a line of glue here. Whoops! Don't kick it over. And then put a little bit of glue on the sides. Well, I'll do this and lift it up. So you need a little bit of glue just on the sides.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just squish that in. So I'll probably put a little bit too much glue on here. Okay, and then obviously this is where you would use your orange tape. So just glue those together and then just put a little bit of tape on the front.
And we got this on the website. It's our orange tiger tape or yellow, whichever you choose. Sorry, just had to
Depends
mention that.
it depends who does it, isn't it?
Yes, it does.
Right, so that's orange there, and that's like that. So that's just squared in like that, and do the same for the other side.
If you wanted to decorate with paper, would you have done that before you started putting together?
Not. I'll probably do that now, because you want it around the corner, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't, unless you want it
Yeah.
just on the chimney breast.
Yeah. And our tolerances are tight, aren't they? So if you put
Yeah.
paper on, you need to be
So
aware.
Yeah, I would probably, if you don't decorating with paper, I'll probably do it at this stage when it's just dry.
Mm-hmm.
But the yeah, because it's just easier to do it, because you want to go around the chimney breast, wouldn't you? Unless you want it just on the front.
Yeah. No, I would have thought you wanted to go round.
Yeah, so if you want to do that,
Yeah.
just make sure that's stable there. Okay, so now next bit on the back. So I've just got those sticking like that. Okay, so what you got then is you have 2 little triangle bits.
Mm-hmm.
So they are going to slot into that side, and that helps keep it square and gives it a
Okay.
bit more strength. So I'm going to just do that, and then I'll just lift up.
Does that rest on the ledge of the...
Yeah, it does. And if I glue them in, you'll see exactly where they go.
And the girls were saying as well, using the corner spaces to help with right angles, weren't they?
Yeah, yes, they're really good for that. But this gives it a tiny bit more strength.
No, it's a good idea. It's more rigidity, isn't it?
Yeah, but also gives you that right angle. So they fit in. Oops.
I can see it from the top there like that.
Can you see like that?
Yeah.
Can you see that? And
Yeah.
if I turn that way.
Yeah, perfect.
There you go. Okay, so that helps doing that. And the other thing that keeps it nice and square is the top bit. So the top bit is this piece here, and you want that piece facing on the inside. So that literally just slots in into there, and you just glue it in place so it's flush.
So it goes in between all the...
Yeah. So just,
on the inside.
Yeah, on the inside. So I'll just put some glue around those 3 bits. I'll get some tape on there as well. And that helps keep everything square too.
Very well thought out.
So I did think about putting a little tabby on there, but I didn't want anything to show on there.
No, it's nice to have it plain and not showing, isn't it?
So I'll put that in there like that. Oops. So you can see the gates in there. Just lift that. So make sure everything's square. Then that way, when it dries, it will all be square. Oops. That goes on like that. Okay, so lift it that tiny bit. There we go, like that. I'm just going to put some more tape on.
Now, I'm just thinking, if you wanted this to fit in a doll's house and you just wanted the chimney breast to go in
You
like that,
you don't need the top bit really.
you don't need the top, or chop the tabby bit that's sticking out off.
Yes, either way,
Yeah.
but you probably don't need it. It should.
No.
It just goes to a stand. It's should be 12 to a standard room size. If
Yeah.
you've got a tall's room
So it
size,
should just
you can add
slot
that
in.
up. Yeah, so it should just slot in.
Yeah.
So, but if you've got a really tall one, you're going to have to put something on the top of it.
Yeah.
Obviously. Right. So that fits in like that.
Mhm.
Okay. So then you probably leave that to dry for a bit.
Yeah.
But obviously, I'm impatient, so we'll do this bit first. So take these bits off, because the inside little triangle bits are doing their job then here anyway.
And you can reuse that tape loads of times.
Yes, you can do. So you got your, so you can just stick on your frame bit, and your mantelpiece goes on top. I'm just going to put these on there so you can see where they go, and then like that, and then that bit will just literally go on like that. So if you're doing tiling at the bottom, I would probably do that.
Can you just move that bit of yellow tape in the middle?
What?
That one, it's sticky, sticky, that's it, because it was blocking the view.
Okay, so what I would tend to do then is, if I'm doing tiling or doing this, I would tile it now, decorate that, and then stick that on top.
But you'd stick the other bits of the fireplace in before you did your
Well, I
tiling.
would probably
Yeah, of course
decorate.
you
I would probably
yeah.
decorate this bit as well, and maybe
Yeah.
even the mantelpiece.
Yeah.
So to separate those. So that's how those go in, and then when you're done, it looks like
Da, da, da.
that. Okay, so it looks like
forward a
that.
bit.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go, like that. And then you've got your little. But this one has been drying a bit longer, and that fits in. You just slot it in, and that fits in like that.
Right, just tip it towards you a bit because I can't see.
There you go.
Right, now come. That's it.
Okay,
Perfect.
right.
Yeah.
So that fits in like that. So let's go back to. Hopefully this is dried enough that I can.
Yeah, because we need these things for the bare samples, don't we? For
So.
TV.
So if I just put this on here, like that, and then turn it over.
Which size do you like working best with, Kay?
Actually, I like one in 12, 20, which is nice, which is in
Yes,
somewhere in
which
between.
is in between. Yeah.
But I don't mind actually. I quite like the one in 24.
I like the one in 24 but when you start doing it, you just get so absorbed. You get absorbed in both of them, but the one in 24 really takes your time.
Right,
both
so
do.
that is, and you just keep that out of the way. Right, so glue that onto like that. Then leave it alone for a few minutes. Okay, you've got another bit to glue onto there. Okay, how far have we got? And that. Right, okay, so while that's drying, we'll talk about this bit. Okay, so I've got.
Do you want a knife for the tab?
No, I don't. So I've got bits I've done earlier. Oh, before I do anything else, in the kit, you get the fireplace tools. So it comes. So what the base comes like that. So you just cut it across here and you can lift that up. These are stuck together, but one bit isn't, and you can just lift that out. So that's to protect the shafty bit on it. There you go. So that comes out, and then you've got your tools. So you've got your tools. So you've got a little fork for your toast, or marshmallows.
Crumpets.
Yes, crumpets. And you've got a little scoopy thing.
Shovel.
Shovel thing for your thing. Then you've got a poker stick.
A poker. Yeah.
For poke things, or commit murder, whichever. If you're doing
Yes, a murder mystery.
murder
Oh, you could do a great murder mystery scene, actually,
yeah, you could
couldn't
do,
you?
yeah, good. I go through. Anyway, so that is that. So you'll decorate that as you would want to. So most of us have done it sort of black with brass handles and things like that. So that is that. So I'll put those there, which are just fallen off. But anyway, so come with that. Right, so this bit here, you get, it comes like, let's have a look at this one. So the back piece comes like that. And at this point, you've got lots of options. You can either have your fireplace in the centre or to either side. So if you're going to have it to the centre, like that, so that's the centre, you will take as many of these shelves out, pieces that you want, out. So you can have your shelves, you can either have one shelf or all shelves, entirely up to you, either side of the lamp mantelpiece, or none. So if you don't want any at all, just don't take any of these out. Then on the back, that is for any battery compartments that you might want. And that is the centre if you want to put a little light behind the fire. So you can either keep those in or take those out. Okay. So then the next, let's put it that way. Or you can have it this way. So if you do that, you also need to take that tab out for the centre.
Oh yeah, because that clock.
Can you see?
Yeah.
So when you take that tab out, it'll just fit into that centre bit. Or you can have it this way round. Then you'll take that tab bit out. Again, you can. That's for your battery compartment. But then you've got your choice of your shelves. You can either have all or none, or just part, or one or two have done one there, just alternately. It's entirely on how you would want to do it. Or you can have it on the other side. Now, if you want it on the other side, you just turn this round, so you have it on the back, and then you can just put that in, and then you'll take that tab out. You'd have that for your battery compartment, and then you can get your choice of shelves on this side. Does that make sense?
It's very clear.
Okay, excellent. That's good. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to do centrally. So because I'm going to do it centrally, I'm going to want to take out the middle one of these, and I'm going to have shelves down all sides. So I'm going to take all these out.
Come forward a smidge.
Is it? I'm going to take all those out, and then have shelves either side of the chimney breast. Okay. So I'll do that now. So I've got a knife there. So it should come out fairly easily. You should just push out.
And keep that waste for table legs. And
yeah, you can use that because a lot of the girls have used this as for use. You have to get Mary Ann's.
Yeah, I'll get Mary Ann.
Because the other ones I've just stuck. So
yeah.
So you take those out. So you use those bits for table legs or whatever. So you don't waste those. Okay, I'll take these out. And then, so if I wanted a battery, if I had a battery, I would put that in there. So I could just take that out. So, and then I'm going to take the centre bit out for a light.
Right, that's Mary Ann's. Everything's stuck now.
Okay. Right, this is Mary Ann's, and you can see how she's done the table. So she's used she's used some of the waste, and then she's used the top for the table. It's good. I'll just have a look at the rest of it because it's lovely. She's done a fantastic job.
That's it, yeah.
Okay, she's done a brilliant job.
And she's done the mantelpiece on the, as you look at it, on your right-hand side.
Yeah, she's done that side, and she's got Santa coming out the top, as you do. Okay,
Beautiful,
anyway,
isn't it?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Mary Ann's done a brilliant job on those. So anyway, she's done that.
The samples are astonishing.
Yeah. So yeah, so have a look. Do look at that one when it comes out on YouTube. So that is what you need to take out for your shelves. So then when you're going to stick your base to. So you want to stick your base to that. So what I'm going to do is going to put some tape on here and then glue it. So put some tape on. And it's quite helpful if you... Oh, I've got those 2 rolls of tape will be alright. I'll use those in a sec. Is you want something that's going to give it... to keep it at a 90-degree angle. I've got 2 rolls of tape, that too. So, I've got an old book or something I'll either do. So, anyway, so what I do is I tend to glue the inny bits. So glue all the inny bits. And then put that together like that. And then, whoops, so you can see that, put it up there. So I'll put these at the back, and then you can use some of our corner spacers and just to make sure that it's 90 degrees.
Perfect.
Like that, to make sure that's 90 degrees. Then if you've got that, you might also want to put that there as well. Okay, and then you just leave that to dry at that angle, so you know it's going to be straight upright for doing that. So I'll give you that back. Okay, so I was going to move this across. And then I'm going to leave that one to dry for a bit. Okay, so put that there. Okay, so we'll come back to, this got knocked, which didn't help matters.
Oh, did I bash that? Sorry.
Well, it got bashed at some point. Anyway, so it got knocked. Anyway, so that when that's stuck like that, you've got your rocking horse. Then you want to put your back of your rocking horse in.
Chair.
Rocking chair, thank you. I've got the rocking bit right. Okay, so this bit here fits into there, and these bits fit into those little lugs there. So do it from behind. So you push it in like that, glue it with a bit of glue.
Oh, and then it slides in.
Slides in, okay, at that angle. So that is in the instructions.
And that's why it's really important to wait for it to dry.
Yeah, because you need a bit of stability on it. This isn't quite as stable as I would like, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. I've got one I made earlier. So put a little bit of glue on there like that, and then from the back, and then just put that in. That pushes into there. Okay, and then just manipulate it so everything's nice and square and together. So at this point you probably want to put a little bit of tape on there. That's because it's not quite stable enough. So let's put a bit of tape on. Bottom. That's because I've got the sides aren't properly stable enough. So let's put that there. So that hopefully stays put. That, because these aren't.
It's just patience, isn't it? No, it's good, Kay, because.
That's because that side bit isn't properly on.
Yeah.
That is the reason why.
But you did say let things dry.
Yeah, you do need to let things dry. That's not going to work. Why isn't that working? Oh, that goes in there like that. Right, okay, I'm going to do this. Once it's glued up, it's quite stable. So let's get that side done. So you can see how it's meant to fit like that?
Yeah.
On that side. So let's put a bit of tape on that.
She's getting cross with it now. She's going to tape it to death.
Yeah. Okay, so just squish that in there. We've got tape on there. Okay, so then I should be able to just do it this way round. Okay, so a bit more glue on that bit. Okay, so just do that. Fit that into that, and then.
Perfect.
Okay, and just then now leave it alone.
Now leave it alone.
Yeah, so just make sure everything's in where it's meant to be. Oh,
Sorry.
it's just annoying when it happens. Okay.
Give her another piece of tape.
Yeah. So I've got tape. So. Right, just squish those together just for a sec. Okay, this usually happens on live TV.
Well, that might be next week.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't think I'll be putting this together.
I'm going to say Kay's going to put a rocking chair together.
Yeah, don't think I am. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of tape there and there.
Put it behind there and then it'll be in a safe place.
Okay, and then we'll just put that way over there. And here's one I had earlier. So when it's glued, you've got these bits here, and you can put your armrests on. So you can just glue the armrests on. Okay, so it doesn't need to be that stable for that. So anyway, so that's how your rocking horse will go when it's rocking chair goes when it's all together. So it does rock. So the whole point is having it to rock.
So does this, which is a horse.
So that one should rock as well, because that's had a few minutes to dry. There we go. So the horse does as well. It's not a very even surface. There you go. And the horse does as well. There we go. Okay, so we can start putting things back. So I think this is probably just about stable enough. Okay, so I'm going to put my... So the only tabby bit goes in is this bit here. The rest of it just slots on, so you can just glue it in at the base. So So I'm just going to do
So again,
glue
if you
that.
wanted paper on the walls behind the bookshelves.
Yes, I'll do that now.
Yeah.
Do that before you put this
Yeah.
on. Yeah, because then you've got nice clean. And again, the floor, you could do the floor, but just be
Yeah.
careful. You don't want to raise it because this is flush with the floor.
Yeah,
so
Sylvia had to sand a bit, didn't she?
Yeah, so
Because
you
she'd
just
done
need to make sure that you haven't got that. If that makes sense. So if you've got
Yeah.
like a textured floor, like a carpet or anything, you might just cut round and put that on there. But again, wallpaper certainly I would probably do beforehand. Although on mine, I think I did it in one, which wasn't probably a mistake. I should have done it in sections. So what I'm going to do now is put a bit of glue. So put a bit of glue on the bottom and glue on the top. Glue there. Okay, and then just line that up. Okay, and because everything's nice and stable and at 90 degrees square, that is about done there. Okay, so then all you need to do
Perfect.
is put your shelves in. So some out earlier, so they just
Are
fit
they
in.
different sizes, these shelves?
Right, the shelves are this size for these ends, and then if you're doing it, they're a bit smaller if you're having a long shelf.
No,
on
if
the
you
other
had
side.
your fireplace on one side.
Yeah.
On one side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, I would put the shelves in at this point. Again, you can decorate these before you put them in, but what it does, it squares everything up, so it just keeps everything nice and square.
Yeah.
So then you just, so what I'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Come forward so we can see that trick.
Yeah, I'm just counting and make sure I've got enough. Right, so I've got 8. So I've got 8 of these, put them together, and you just glue this bit over here. You don't have to keep doing them then, do you?
No.
It's a bit quicker. Just make sure everyone's got a bit coated on.
And you also don't get too much glue on as well.
Yeah, it does help doing that. There you go. Okay, and then you can just square those in. As you go. You can put a bit on those sides if you want to. It doesn't necessarily need to do it, so. To the side.
Oh, I could put all my graphic 45 paper on there.
There you go. That's would be perfect for that. You don't need a big sheet either, do you? Okay.
I started sorting it yesterday.
There we go. Right, so just squish that in. So basically, just leave that alone until it's dry.
Beautiful.
And then you've got a chair. I'm not touching the other one at the moment. You've got a chair. You've got a rocking horse if you want to use it on this. And
Fire grate.
and a fire grate, which I need to put in gently because you need to put this one at an angle. So you just twist it and put it in at an angle. There you go. And the fire grate and a pussycat. And so I'll shove the pussycat. Pussycat can go at the back there because I'm going to tip it. Right. Okay, so I'm going to just tip it up a bit so you can see. Oops. So I'm missing the rocking horse, but you can see.
Yes.
Okay, so you can see
come
that.
forward a bit here.
So you can see that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yep.
So that is basically how to put the 1 and 12 together. This is just to tell you about the tab parts of our kits because I forgot to do it earlier. And you'll see tiny little tabs here. I'm not quite sure if you can see that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And you just basically hear a little click. There's usually 2. There may be 1, but there's never more than 2. And they just push out. Sometimes you can just push them out. So if you can just push them like that and you get no resistance, then do that. If you get any resistance, then just cut them out. As simple as that. So
And
so
with
that
the
shows.
tiny pieces, probably use your...
Yes, so you'll say, yeah. The smaller they are, yeah, you will do that. So next thing is, what I'll show you is, I'm going to do the mantelpiece, which this one is one I did earlier. So let's take the tape off this. Okay, and then I'm going to put this onto the side. I'm going to show you how the shells work on the side. So I'm going to put it in. So it's going to glue in like that. So I've taken the tab out of the top, so you can see it's going to glue in like that. Okay.
And you've got your hole at the bottom if you want to poke a light through.
So you want to poke a light through.
Yeah.
Light poke through. One colour, but so you can put a light through there if you want to, or you can put lights from the bottom if you want to do that. It's entirely up to you. So anyway, so that's that. That's going to go like that. So the shelves are going to fit either side of that. So you're going to get, I'm going to find some shelves. So you're going to get, you've got shorter ones here, and then you have your longer ones, which I need to take out. Okay, so need some of those. I'll take some of these out.
Oh, they're the shorter ones I gave you.
So that's all right. So I've got, so these fit, these come out quite nicely. So I've got.
When you're talking about the shorter ones and the longer ones, you mean the notchy bits, don't you?
Well, the shorter shelves. So I'll just take some of those out. So that's a longer one, and that's a shorter one. So you can see the difference between sizes. Okay.
Perfect.
So you've got equal that side, and then that's a bit shorter on that side. Okay. So that will make one longer shelf. Okay. And then as you also get in the kit, you get 4 of these shapes. Okay. And these are shelf supports. Okay, so you can use those. You don't have to use those for that if you don't want to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this in. So I'm going to glue this one in. And then, so you put a little bit of glue at the bottom. So again, I would have done my paper or my paint first, probably. Make sure you don't over wet anything. So, and then you can just stick this in on top. So again, this also helps keep everything nice and square. So it should just fit in like that. Okay?
Yeah.
And you can see that from the top as well. So I'm going to turn this upside down. And I'm going to put the shelves in. So I'll put that one goes in.
Go towards you a smidge.
Like that. And then you've got the wider one goes either side. So as you put it in, you can feel that this moves slightly. It just means that everything's been buttered up and then squared off. So this was probably slightly out, but now I put the shelf in, everything just squares up. Does that, if that makes sense?
Yeah, and you can't put the wrong size shelf in the wrong hole, can you? Cause
no, because it won't fit. It's simple as that. Okay, so I've just done that. So at this point, you would put these together at the same time, because you've still got some give on here. So I'll just do. So I'll do my little trick of sticking all these together. So I'm going to do 4 shelves on this side. So I put all those 4 shelves together. Okay, and if I put them together like that, and I just put glue on these bits, and then they're all glued at the same time, so I don't have to do them individually. So let's make sure everything's got been coated. Look, each one's got a little bit of glue on, which it has, and it does, as Maggie pointed out earlier, that does help keep not too much glue on. So just squish those in.
I just saw it move again, so you can see, it's just straightening itself up.
Yeah, so everything is nice and square. So you would do this at the same time. Because if you don't, this would dry, and you probably just be slightly out.
It's
so
such a lovely scene. I do like this one. Yeah. Well, I like all of them, but I do like this one.
So we it can be either contemporary or traditional as you like.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be Christmas particularly.
No.
So be nice. Be nice. Oh, actually, a Halloweeny scene would be quite cool.
Yeah. And I think a murder scene would be very good.
Yes, I think I like that. Yes. Yes, like murder at the vicarage or something.
Yes. Yeah, it'd be perfect for that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking about serial killer, blood and gore. I was just thinking,
no.
nice one, like Thursday Murder Club or Agatha Christie type murder.
You could have a cat and a mouse corpse laid out, couldn't you?
Oh, lovely. I'm not quite sure that's any better. Okay, and then these bits here are designed to support your shelves. So you just glue them on either side, and they go in. And just square everything up, but it makes those shelves flush. Can you see that?
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yep.
So if you do that for each of them, and then it helps just keep everything nice and straight. Can you see that one is not quite straight?
Yeah.
But that one is better.
Yeah.
So put some of these in. Again, you can have these as either contrasting colour. I shall probably do the other way around. Let's do that. And then that way. Yeah. So just put these in and then.
You do need to put them in because it really holds the shelves together as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit of support.
Yeah.
But again, these kits are yours. When you get it home, it's your kit. You do what you want. Just because I designed it doing it like this doesn't mean to say you have to keep it like this.
No. In fact, however you decorate yours and whatever you do with it, please, please, please share with us. And
Oh, yes,
if you're not in
yeah.
our Facebook group, which is CoolKatzz,
Why not? Why not?
KATZ, just come along and join. Because, yeah, as Kay says, why not? You should be in it.
That's it. And we'd love to see what you do.
Yeah, we would.
And-
And it gives inspiration to lots of other people as well.
And of course, these things can come out every year.
Yeah.
So you can either, if you do Christmas, obviously Christmas, come out for Christmas, and then that's how to put the shelves in if you're having it one way or the other.
Beautiful.
There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.